Y'all, I almost forgot. Is there not a hearing coming up? Isn't I could be confusing. So many broken laws, so many lawsuits, so little time. But I could have sworn one of the things that was coming up was a hearing over their use of that Invasion Act to do all the things they're doing, because there really wasn't any proof or evidence of such activity to a level where they needed to activate like that. And they pushed it back for a week, right? Or something. That part I might be confusing with Mr. Garcia. So bear with me. Like I said, so many lawsuits, so many court orders. But I believe, right, it was over the treatment and over the plane that they sent and all that, right? Remember? Funny how that feels like it was years ago and it was just a couple weeks ago. Anyway, okay, I'm landing the point, I swear. If I'm remembering correctly, and that's a hearing that's coming up this week, then that would partially also explain part of this obvious push against every existing court order, to the extent of arresting judges and being public about it. Again, breaking laws, because you're not supposed to talk about these open cases like this, especially the arresting agency is not supposed to. But in the era that we're in of this is toughness, we're parading people and warning everyone else to get in line, and we're going after judges, we're coming after anybody. And I don't think that's hitting the way that they meant it to. Like, their own stooges are like, yeah. But for everyone else, anyone who wasn't already a part of the culture is like, so us? Well, if you mean us, now that's a horse of a different color. So I don't know. I think they might have tripped a little bit by getting that ballsy with it. Did he delete some of those? I thought I heard that, but I didn't go check. I'm not on there. Point is, they also started directing federal agents. So like FBI has been ordered to arrest suspected Venezuelan gang members. Just no warrant, nothing needed, right? Frozen Water was directed to just break into homes if they have suspicion. All of this is happening leading up to this hearing, right? And the hearing is over them not disobeying the order to bring the plane back. And what proof did they have? And start providing some proof and start allowing for due process, right? I might I might be confusing some of the factors here because so many. But that... I know it's supposed to be scarier when you look at it that way, but if anything, to me, it comes off as even more desperate because nothing's going to hold. Like, these things against these judges, it's not going to hold. They were doing their jobs. They weren't like harboring people in their homes. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to do the same thing they're doing to Mr. Abrego Garcia, which is paint him as this horrible person who deserves what he's getting, and that's not true. And so, same thing. They didn't do anything, but they were harboring. Again, this is the only problem in the whole country. People are getting priced out of their homes. You know, they're taking money and cutting things off from FEMA. The milk's going bad. Kids are getting sick. They're throwing billionaire parties and Bitcoin parties and selling gold visas and whatever else. Meanwhile, the people are just dropping like flies. And the thing that keeps it going is the fact that we have enough folks that are just ray enough that all they need is to know that someone is suffering. Everything else is worth it. Just as long as someone's suffering. Yeah, they love it. They love seeing children cry. Those same people who said, how dare you not stand and clap for that cancer surviving kid, are now happy that a cancer, not even surviving, a kid with active cancer is being shipped off. Well, that kid deserved it. Okay, I thought no matter what, you would always defend children with cancer. That you forgot about that? Of course you did. Of course you did. You forget about everything you said before as soon as you're told to swallow something else. That's the whole point. That's why it's a culture. Anyway, yeah, okay. That's all. Correct me where I'm wrong, because I'm sure I said a lot of stuff that's mixed up. Like I said, so many cases, so many courts, and so many orders. But this week, I think, is about to get interesting. Wait, I forgot. And Frozen Water is now raiding military housing. So they're hitting blue states, blue cities. Of course, they're going out of their way to do those, but they're also going into military housing. So they're really trying to do this no one is safe thing, but it's not coming off as we're all scared. It's coming off as now you're just pissing off the last of the people that we're still going to let you do this. There were a bunch of folks that were like, yeah, it's not me, but now you're bothering them too. I don't know if that's what you thought was going to happen, but that's what's happening. So I don't know. I feel like this week is going to get interesting, especially as the results of these tariffs come into effect, as our ports are pretty empty and bare. And people are already getting their surcharges. They Temu's and Sheins are already getting shipping costs tacked on that are higher than the order itself. Yes, the ones who wanted it the most are the ones who about to start feeling the pinch the most right about